Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. Up there like that, and turn off the AI extension for this job. We will do a standard run along here. Once he gets to the end of the row there, we will set him going in that wise direction to finish off the field. And I can also switch to you a minute and put you going on that outside edge of the field over there, and then we can jump back to the sprayer in a moment. Let's go to you over here. Right, so you need to just go on this end of the fields. There. Bring you round like that. There, and go up there, and then you over this side. Right, stop right there. And yeah, the fences don't have collision on there, which does make it a little bit easier for things like the sprayer and that, but I want to go up here. I've got a tree up there that I'm going to have to be a little bit concerned about. Should be far enough away from it there. Let's move over a little tiny bit more, shall we? There. Right, that will have the spray boom just over the edge of the field. And if I press H on there and let that one carry on, he should go and do the rest of this field right here without too much trouble. We've got the weeder working on there, absolutely fine. So that's going to be that job finished in a minute. Ploughing is still underway, and we are over here. So I want to put that one out. All of the combining has been done apart from one little tiny bit of sunflower down over there. I will gather that up, we'll dump this in the trailer, and then we can have a look and see what percentage of this job has been done. It's going to be very interesting to see if we actually achieve 100% on this, or if it is just doomed to failure. I get a horrible feeling that this one is doomed to failure. I get the feeling that we are not going to be able to complete this job. And that is going to be the end of it. So we will bring you over to there, like that, and we will let you run out. And I do know by this point that it is the Precision Farming DLC that's doing it. So at least we have got that confirmed. The problem is the Precision Farming DLC. The problem is not anything else. It is down to that DLC. So we're going to need to do the ploughing jobs that we can see here. Any ploughing jobs, like Field 21, I'm not going to be able to do a ploughing job on that one because we're already growth underway. But with the herbicide application, and if we get some fertilizer on there, it should make the yield all right on that field. And then we've got the same sort of situation is going to be happening with others as well. Right, that is done on there. I can put that one away, and I can fold up the combine. I am just going to park it up in the field. I'm not going to do anything more with it, but we can do that, and then we can go over to you. And you've only got the front trailer. You've only got 19,000 litres here. 19,500. You haven't quite got 20,000 litres. And I suspect we're going to want more than that. Now, it's the Felsbrunn grain mill that we need to take it to. Yeah, not Felsbrunn, sorry, just the grain mill. It's the standard grain mill, which is this one just over here where it's flashing. Is this going to be enough? Are we going to get in on this contract by the skin of our teeth or not? I won't be taking any more harvesting contracts unless we have already done the work on the fields beforehand. We know now that we can't really do that. It's going to be pure dumb luck if this one actually works. Contract on Field 21 has finished. Although he hasn't quite finished his work yet, so we'll let him finish that one, and then we can complete that contract. So you will go onto the bridge on here, and aren't you able to tip? Wait, what? Why can't you tip out? You should be able... Oh, wait a minute. I've got to tip it out sideways there, like that. It won't tip over the back with another trailer attached. Out you go. Now, are you going to get me any additional money whatsoever? Contract on Field 20 is finished. Down to... Help me. No, 68% transported. Helper C has completed their task. Right, let's go and have a look through. You're done. You're done. You over here, you have completed your task and you're finished. Excellent. That is fantastic. So you, I will fold you up. You've got 2,500 litres of herbicide left. I need to drive you back over to the shed, to the dealership over there. You, right here, you've finished your job. That's done. So that's field 21 is finished. I've got another weeding job, which is field 6. Now, where is field 6? Field 6 is all the way up there. I need to go to field 6 next. So we're going to take this one here, and we're going to drive up to field 6 and put this one going on that field. I need to get that sprayer over there back. Oh, there's a little tiny line of weed that it didn't finish. I think that tiny line can probably be left, to be honest. But yeah, I need to get that sprayer back to the dealership. So, oh, actually, no, I don't. What I can do is I can unload the weed killer right there in that corner and leave it there, because the next job that we're going to be taking is the herbicide job on field 12. So I can come over here and on my way through with the next sprayer, I will be able to just pick up that stuff and take it with me. Now, the job I'm on my way to go and do, I'll head down this road and then I will go up there. It's either this way or I go across the track over there and go through, so it doesn't really make much odds. So we'll run down here and get this one done, and then I can complete the... You know, I won't. I know that this particular tractor is for the next weeding job, but I'll complete both of them together. We'll wait until we finish, just so that there's no confusions, as there's no bad things happening. The field 16 job, I don't know how much we've lost on that one, but I suspect that we've lost another big chunk of cash on it, because we just don't have the sunflowers there available. So, yes, that was a risk. I knew it was a risk when I took the job, and that risk has not paid off. That has cost me even more money, but I would like to think that everybody will now be satisfied that I have paid an appropriate amount of money for all of my hotel bills and things like that, and also allowances to employees for food and stuff like that for anybody that comes to work for me for at least a little while. Like we've paid out several thousand in various different costs for that, so I think we've kind of covered all of our bases with it, and I would say that that would be acceptable. So we're not going to need to go and I don't need to at the moment go and set anything up to represent me having to pay anything extra for different fees and stuff. I'll bring you in here like this. Now, undo the weeder. I'm curious if there's another weeding job for that field right there, because I'd really like to use this weeder right here. I'm not going to. We'll have to wait until we buy our own tractor and weeder, because this is, like I said, we're doing this in order to improve the yield. We're not doing the weeding job to make a load of money on its own. The weeding job is more, we cover our own expenses with it, but it's ensuring that we generate a larger profit further down the line with other jobs that we go and do. And that's just good business sense. That's just a prudent thing to go and do. Like, we're keeping the customer happy by doing these little jobs here, and then ultimately our, you know, hard work will be rewarded by a good payout when it comes round to doing the harvest. Pretty much, this is contract farming. You contract out the land, and then you just do all the little jobs on it. I've been involved in doing that. We've got quite a few little bits that are being left here. I'm wondering if I should go back over that once it's all done and just finish off those little tiny specks. Right, now, you know what? Let's complete this harvest job. This is going to be painful enough as it is, so let's see what we've got on it. I want to go to there and harvesting 98%. Seriously, it's so close. 98% on there. So close to it. Now I've got to say cancel, lose all of it, and they don't take into account that you've delivered most of it. It just charges you 8,000 euros and says, no, you didn't deliver anything, man. Right, that's just harsh. Actually, no, that's not right, is it? 8,000 euros for missing crops. Let's collect that. So we've paid out 8,000. 700. So how many liters? Like how many thousand liters did we have to do then? Grain mill there, 800. He needed another 10,000 liters off of that field in order to complete that job. That is insane. Right, well, I think we can safely say we've covered all of our expenses. I don't think anybody is going to be complaining about too much in the way of expenses. Now, field 10 right there, I don't want to do that one at the moment. It was field 12 that I wanted to do. I want to borrow items for that one. So borrow those items right there. And before I go and take that one up, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to dump these items here over on the edge of the field. So I'm just going to bring it over there like that. I'm not quite sure which side it's going to tip it out on. That's all. There. Right. There is the herbicide ready to go. So if I... Never mind that one. No. 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 Yes. Right. It's you right here that I want. If I go back into here... And I go to the spraying job right there that I'm doing at the moment. I've got a weeding job there that is complete on field 21. Spraying right there. Lease cost 2,000. Collect. Right, that one's done. We're now doing the field 12 spraying job. Let's go and get that one set up over on the field. We've got the herbicide is... on the ground near the field. We're back up to 19,000. It really hasn't gone well for us lately, but at least we have covered our expenses. At least we don't need to be putting in any more requests for expenses. That has now been dealt with. We've also paid our hotel bills up front for the foreseeable future. That's going to see us through. It also means that when we get our own land, like, let's look at this a bit objectively. How much are you gonna, how much would you expect to be paying to stay in a cheap-ish hotel for a prolonged period of time? I would say you'd be looking at £50 a night. That's kind of a Travelodge type rate. So if we said 60 euros, 70 euros a night, I've forked out something in the region of 16,000 euros. I have easily covered my stay in a hotel for at least a year. So we've got a long time. I'm going to be filling up with that one. We've got a long time that we can stay in a hotel and not worry about it. So once we've got our land, we don't need to worry about getting somewhere comfortable to live immediately. That is definitely not something that we need to be stressing about, because we've already gone and covered the hotel bill, and because we're getting land quite close to the village anyway, quite close to the town, we're like that's another reason that we're just not going to have to concern ourselves with it, because like the bills, we'll stay in a hotel and then we can still work our land. We can go and buy some machinery. Definitely try and get a small tractor. I mean, ideally we want to get the electric tractor. I don't know if we'll end up getting that one first or not, but I'm going to try to get that one first because I quite like the idea of having that one. And a weeder so that we can go and do our weeding jobs. And we'll be able to do them nice and quickly. And I quite like that idea. Now, weeding can only be done during the first growth stage. So we've got to make sure that we get the contracts at the right time during the growth stages on the fields. Otherwise, we're going to have to be doing herbicide spraying. And that means that we're going to have to buy a sprayer and be buying herbicide. And we want to be organic farmers. So, yes, we will go. We've got our tickets for doing spraying. And yes, we will go. Ooh, no, I don't want that. I need to take that one off there. Yes, we've got our tickets, and yes, we will be doing spraying for other farmers, but what we don't want to be doing is, really, we don't want to be investing in our own spraying equipment. We would rather be trying, you know, even with the contract farming that we're doing, we'd rather be doing our contracts in other ways. Now, the contract on this field is finished. I've got one tiny little strip right there to finish off, and then that one is done. This is field 5 up here. How much? I mean, is there even a contract on field 5? That's what I'm curious about. I was just looking back there to see if that was a weed that we missed. I don't think it is. Is there a contract on field 5 at the moment? Field 4, field 5. There is a contract on field 5 for weeding. I really want to take that contract and use this tractor to do it, as I've got one. And with the money that we've spent out, our thousands and thousands and thousands, I kind of feel like it would be an acceptable thing to do. The main reason I don't want to do this contract is because I don't want to drive all the way across the map in that tractor. It's the slowest tractor there is. And we're already up here with a weeder. So it kind of makes sense that we would be allowed to do it. I know what we can do. I have an alternative. I have an option that we can go and do with this. I'm going to say borrow items. Like that. There. But I'm just going to do it with this one because I'm already up here with this tractor, and I really, really don't want to be driving all the way across the map with this with the other tractor. So we're just going to use this one. And we're just going to pretend that we're not. We're going to pretend that we're using the correct vehicle and that we have driven up here. So we've spent out the money on the correct vehicle for doing this job. We've sort of covered that. I think we're okay with doing that, sort of swapping around. I'm not going to do it very much because I do want to be using the right machinery for the right job. But we can make little exceptions for that, I think, because, like, really, driving all the way across the map with the that little tiny Fiat, there's nothing wrong with the tractor itself. It's just its road speed. It's a painful experience. It's slow enough getting up here with this one, and that one is just way slower. So I feel that this is an acceptable sort of compromise that nobody's going to get too upset about. At least I hope you don't. So if I go over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do once around. I'm going to do over this side. Then I'm going to go down that side of the field over there, and then I'm going to set the hired help going, and we'll let this job run to its conclusion. And then once that one's done, I can turn in 3 weeding jobs. They'll be all complete. So the other one, we did use this machine because we made a mistake. This one, I'm using this machine purely because I cannot be bothered to drive that Fiat all the way up across the map. But just pretend that I'm using the Fiat because I've still leased the machinery from the farmer. I've still paid out the money to the farmer for the machinery. I'm just not actually going and collecting it. So I think that's a little. I think that bit is okay. We just use our imaginations here and pretend that is an orange tractor and not a red tractor because it's the same weeder. It's exactly the same one. If I just get down to the end over here and have that done. The herbicide, wait a minute, I want to check on that herbicide. Is it moving? Where is he? Genuinely didn't expect to see it out in this field. Right, I do need to check how well he turned around on the end. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to. I didn't think he was going to do a particularly good job there. Basically, there's a little tiny strip up the side of the field here in places, and that's what he was trying to do just then. I don't want to go all the way up the field on this. Though, to be honest, it doesn't look like I got much choice, so if I just do that a minute and let him run and let him go on up through there. The herbicide, yeah, it's a bit of a waste tipping out the herbicide just for this little tiny task up here. I have got a piece across the top end of that field that I've got to do with the herbicide. You keep going there a minute, and while you do that, I'll go back to this one And that's gonna... I should just be able to get down to this corner before that one gets up to the top end of its fields. And then I can leave the height. Helper D is... Okay, so Helper D is gotten part way and then given up. Let's finish this, and then we can go and tidy up that herbicide, and then we can complete that job. I think that, yes, well, I know there's at least one more herbicide job. That's a field 10, I think it is. I think it's field 10. So I've got that one that I can go and do, and then we've got a number of fertilizer jobs that we need to go and do as well. We've got to do them, because otherwise we're going to have low yield when the harvesting jobs start turning up, and we really don't want that this time round. So I'm going to go there like that, press H, and we're just gonna let you carry right on. You will go down here, and yeah, you'll be fine. We'll catch up with you later. And you've got a little bit still to go on there. We can ignore that one. You've gotten this far and just decided to stop. But I'm looking on there, and I don't see weeds down the side of this bit. There was a little bit there, because, like, the field went a bit wider. Now we can go over to this end, and just... It's this little corner up here. Like, you didn't have enough room to turn round on here properly. So we can do that for it now. We can go up there. And just tidy this piece right here. I think if I had set it maybe in just a tiny little bit more when I set off across this field, so the boom wasn't like just overlapping the edge of the field a bit, probably would have properly done this job with just 2 passes on the field. But so that was kind of my fault. That was. I didn't do it quite accurately enough. Let's swivel you back round that way there, and in around again. Down here, and that'll do quite nicely there, I think. We should just capture the rest of it right the way through. I think I'm possibly into the field a little tiny bit too much. No, that's fine. Right. I'll bring you to there. Now, where is our next task going to be? Field 12 is done. There's like the odd little bit that, you know, that doesn't matter. That's fine. Let's not get too ridiculous about this being picky, shall we? Fertilizing, spraying in field 10. That's that one right there. Okay, so if I'm going to do field 10, I'm not going to do what I did with the Fiat one. I'm not going to just use this tractor, borrow the machinery and use this tractor. We won't do that. We will actually use the correct one that belongs to the farmer. It's had to go to the dealership. It's had to get the once over and be checked. And so now we sort of bring it up to here, and that one can empty out there. I'm going to need probably more than is in that tank anyway. There's 1,300 in there. I don't know if it's going to be enough to do that field there. Not sure. Anyway, I can return that one. You can go. Field 12. Right there. Field 12. Spraying. That job is complete. 2,700. And I want field 10. Spraying right there. I want to borrow items on that one. Field 5 is active and being done. Field 21 is complete. Field 6 is complete. I've got least cost on that one. I haven't on that one. I have on this one over here. Right. All good so far. Let's go and get you. How big is this field? Does it say? Weeding, no. Spraying right here. Kill weeds in field 10. 2.78 hectares is field 10. I don't know how big field 12 was. I haven't got anything else for field 12 at the moment. Field 9 over there, 2.76. Field 10. I went into that one. I used about 1,000 litres in that field. And I did do an extra pass on the field. I think we can get away with doing field 10 with the bit that we've got up there. I don't think I need to buy any more. It is a little bit risky, admittedly. Like, if I'm not quite able to do it, I'm going to have to come all the way back over and get more herbicide, which I don't really want to have to do. But I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to live life dangerously, and I am going to take that chance. So we will bring you out here. Go whizzing off up the road up this way. I've got 2 other jobs working at the moment that I can just ignore and let them run. It's that weeding job in field 5 and the big ploughing job in field 13. If we can get some more ploughing jobs, that would be nice. I'd like to get another 1 or 2 of those. So let's slow down here. Refresh once I've done this spraying job. That should mean that the weeding job on field 5 will also be done. I will turn in all of those jobs. And then what we'll do is we'll refresh the contracts that we've got on all of the pages. I'm going to go up this way like this. Refresh all of the contracts, and that should give us more work over on field 12. Actually, not field 12, sorry. Whatever that one is over, is that field 8 over there? Field 16, maybe. Field 16. Field 16 with where we did the sunflowers. I'm hoping we get a ploughing job for that one. So it'll be another long-term job that we can just set going in there and let them... Is it seriously gone and put the sunflowers back into that field again? It's respawned. Yeah, I'm not doing it a 3rd time. I was chump enough to go and try it twice. I'm definitely not doing it a 3rd time. That's just not happening. It really does want me to do that, though, doesn't it? I think we'll be leaving that one. I don't think we're gonna do that. Right, let's fill you up right here. I can put 1,500 litres in this front. I should be putting in the back, really, shouldn't I? Should be putting all that in there. 1,300 litres of spray. Are we gonna have enough to do field 10? It is a bit of a risk. It is a risk, but I am confident that we're going to be able to do this. Although the number of times I've said I'm confident that we're going to be able to do something and then have not been able to do it is starting to get quite high. My track record for my confidence is getting poorer by the day. Yeah, if I go along here and I do this angled bit on this, the problem with this field is that the way the angles are on it, we may struggle to get all of it so that the hired help can actually do this field. It may genuinely struggle, though it shouldn't, because the other end of field 10 is... that's not too bad. It should be able to read what it's doing itself without sort of getting too confused and confuddled on it. I think what I will do, though, is I'm just going to let the hired help go from this point, and I'm not going to interfere with it anymore. I'll let it do whatever it needs to do, and then we'll tidy up at the end of the job rather than at the beginning of the job. So I'm going to bring you back to there like that, and I'm going to just nudge back over here. I will do that and turn off the AI extension because I don't want it for this job. And then I can just go up through there. I'm into the field just the right amount on there, so I'm taking out the full end. And now we leave it. And possibly we're going to have enough. I don't know. I think this one's a little bit touch and go on that. You over this side, how are you doing? You're nearly done, actually. And you're doing a really good job. There's one little tiny patch of weed over there that has been missed, but other than that, it's doing an excellent job. So we'll be able to collect in full on that one. The ploughing job here is still chugging along. You know, I'm quite glad that I'm not doing one job at a time and manually driving, because... well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. So while I sit up here and enjoy this view and a well-earned break, could you please consider taking a look at the links in the description down below? We have Nitrado, who provide gaming servers, who are very, very reliable, and they provide us with a server on our Discord channel. And there is also Fanatical, where you can buy all kinds of different computer games for various different platforms. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.